Hello everyone, this is In-Game Arts. We're doing another boxing or breakdown of the demo. This is the Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel, the Decisive Edition for the PlayStation 4. To start things right off, there were no updates available since the making of this video, as well as this Decisive Edition comes with all the previous released DLCs, as well as updates that were released on the PS3 version and Vita version, all on one disc. So this is basically the Game of the Year, or the complete edition of the game, which is very nice. Now, I have covered Trails of Cold Steel on my channel before on the PlayStation 3, and once I heard that the release was going to be coming soon to the PlayStation 4, I had to be there immediately. Trails of Cold Steel is your typical anime RPG, but it's actually done very well done. Now, it is a story kind of game, so there's going to be many more in the series. This is the first one, and the second one will be releasing here soon, as well as the third one was supposed to be releasing here in November. I believe there is a fourth one in the progress as well. So, to come to this game and have the PS4 version is a greatly improvement for the series. Now, the Decisive Edition does come with a soundtrack as well as a coin for the 50 mirror that takes place as a story event in the game. As well as it comes with, like I said, all the content on disc. It does come with a special manual as well that has extra stuff on it that the PS3 version didn't have, but sadly my version got messed up. Somehow my manual got ripped up at the back of the bottom if you saw it on the unboxing video. Very disappointed in that. So hopefully no one else has that same situation happen. Now to go into the game. As I said, it's a series kind of thing. You start off as your Reen, and you start into the school and get into your associated with the school, and the story will progress through there. Now, it does start pretty rough and hard by means that it's really slow, and you might find yourself not very interested in it at the beginning of it. To me, I'm a little tired of playing these kinds of anime RPGs where it takes place in a school, and you're always doing school events and all these other things. It does get way down a lot in terms of just variety in game and just starts getting repetitive. But at least in Trails of Cold Steel, the beginning for stories takes place in the school, and as you progress through the story, it will take place outside of schools, as well as eventually you get a sequel that will be the events taken bigger and bolder direction. Now, the PS4 version does come with some bonuses to it. Of course, it has 60 frames per second and 4K support, as well as it comes with a turbo button mode. Well, basically, you're 2 times speeding the entire game. Now, this affects the entire game in terms of the story as well as dialogues. You can hold circle as well to speed through dialogue as well, so now you'll have 4 times almost faster in terms of story progression getting to the game. It's really nice for those for us who have beaten the game and so forth and just wanted to get through the game entirely again without having to slowly slug through it. As I said, the DLC is on the disc as well. You can go to the item inventory area and you can unlock it immediately. It's kind of just bonus items as well as some clothing and so forth. It's just nice added content on disc as well. It's just pretty much the definitive edition, but other than that, it's still the same version that you've come to know and love if you've played the PS3 version. Now, I personally have to say I highly recommend this game because I actually really enjoyed it. It's got good music, good characters, and good story involvement around it. It does have a little bit of your cliche moments and so forth, but the overall experience really delivers. The enemy can be pretty challenging if you depending on what difficulty you put it on, which is very nice as well. There's some good amount of strategy in the game, especially if you're playing a higher difficulty. And even on normal difficulty, which I've been playing the series mostly on, there's sometimes you have to think about a little bit your attacks, like how you want to paralyze or so forth, or how do you want to use the linking system, and who you're linking yourself with, your characters. So that's really nice as well to see some strategy and so forth being put into it. What I do greatly like about the thing is the court system, where you can put like abilities in terms of kind of like materia from Final Fantasy VII. You can put like fire, lightning, healing, and as well as some bonus things like more HP, more speed, and so forth. The point I wanted to come across this is that you can do a lot of customization with this, and you can choose how to progress through the game in this form. You can make your characters super powerful in terms of physical attack, or you can make them really quick, where they get their turn more faster than anybody else, which is really cool, and you can really do a lot of customization, and as well as make your party pretty OP if you know where to focus and what to put your accessories and materia quartz into. it's like I said, I love these customization features, as well as with some good music, as well as some good combat and some good enemy variety, as well. The story does span further from the school and just this dungeon. You'll be going to many locations as well as you have many quests to figure out. There's even hidden quests that will affect your overall score in your school, which again, there's a lot of content here and a lot of reward for your time. And it's one of the games I have to highly praise. It's probably one of my higher up anime RPGs that I greatly love, right next to Artanelico. There's a great amount of time here, and as I said, with the sequel, they do expand it greatly, but it is a direct sequel, so I highly recommend you play this first one before you play the second one, because it's a direct sequel, so it does leave off a cliffhanger in the first one. But don't worry, it's not going to take too very long for the second one to be releasing here soon, fully for PlayStation 4 support as well. So, in my opinion, yeah, I highly recommend it. It's a really well-made game. It's got a good amount of content, really rewarding for your time, and it's the definitive edition of the version of the game. It's on PlayStation 4, so I highly recommend to get this game and support it. And I hope more people can look into it, because back when the first one released on PlayStation 3 and Vita is kind of a dead market, as well as that PlayStation 3 was at the end of its cycle. So I don't think a lot of people paid a lot of attention to the series at the time. So this is a good opportunity to get yourself into it and really experience a really well done and an anime RPG that really deserves the attention and praise. So like always, I will leave the links down in the description, which I highly recommend. It's a fun game. It's not even a full price game at the current moment. So yeah, I highly recommend it. And the Decisive Edition comes with bonus content as well. So you can't go wrong with it. So thank you all for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me. And I'll see you guys in my next episode. Bye-bye! "生きづかいを感じられる」